speaking of, you were mentioning who's going to see the field. Leon's asking about Robert Burns possibly seeing the field this year.
I'll believe it when I see it. Robert Burns, running back, was a 4-star recruit. His claim to fame was the spring of his freshman year in high school at the Nike Spark opening regional at American Heritage High School in Plantation, Florida, around the corner. Well, not too far, but by near where I live. And he's a kid who went to Gulliver Prep, just like Joe Jackson. Robert Burns put on a show that day. He had the single highest Spark rating in the history of Spark ratings to that point. He did everything. I mean, he ran fast, he jumped high, he threw the power ball, he was untouchable in cat and mouse drill, he was sure-handed in passing drills. He did everything. It was a virtuoso performance with, and again, he's a rising sophomore. He's a current high school freshman, going to be a sophomore. That was a legendary performance. I was blessed and highly favored to have been there that day. People were going around looking at these other older kids who were 4 stars and 5 stars. And even among the, bloggers and analysts, we were like, yo, like it started, kind of going around like, yo, let's go watch this kid. Like, yo, what's going on? Like he's here with the, superstar players and so young. But that was his claim to fame. That was what put him on the map as a potential 5-star recruit. That was what springboarded him to a pretty dominant sophomore year. But Gulliver Prep isn't the greatest high school football team in the aftermath of Sean Taylor back in the late 90s, early 2000. So, I mean, he has some good stats as a sophomore on the strength of that. But past that, he was injured as a junior. He missed the entirety of his junior year. He had 9 carries for 53 yards and 1 kick return for 95 yards as a senior. And he got hit so hard by John Garvin in practice as a freshman, early enrollee at Miami, that he separated his shoulder and redshirted because he couldn't see the field because he was injured. Robert Burns looks the part. If you're lining people up and you look at a 5'10", 225-pound running back, big legs, thick thighs, big calves, like powerfully built but kind of slim, not like super bulky and like sloppy or anything like that, he looks the part of everybody's All-American. I don't know if he can hit. I don't think he's going to see the field. I honestly don't. I think that the best that we saw from him was that one Saturday, Sunday at American Heritage all those years ago. Well, I mean, that was what, 2014, 13, something like that. I mean, it was that long ago now. And yeah, I mean, so that's the kind of background narrative. If I spin that forward, who's he taking snaps away from? Lorenzo Lingard? Nope. Cam Davis, who was breakout and he had 2 long 40, 50-yard touchdowns? Nope. Who's wrong with the running back? DJ Dallas? Nope. Because DJ Dallas can run wildcat, he can run slot, he can run outside, he can run pure running back.
I like DJ.
I mean, I like all 3, but I'm saying you're not taking any snaps away from no snaps that matter away from any of those guys to give them to Robert Burns. What has he proven? Nothing. I don't see it. Maybe if he, and I wouldn't even say that he could go to like a Najee Davenport 1-back, fullback, running back kind of hybrid, dual position guy, because I don't think he's physical enough for that. I don't see it. I honestly think that whatever year's opening that was, 12, 13, I forget which year, that was the high point for Robert Burns' career. And look, you play for the hometown team, you were signed or committed to them for a long time. I appreciate it. I like it. I love it, whatever. But like real snaps in a game of consequence, like in the 4th quarter on the last drive, trying to come back and win the game against Florida or Florida State or Virginia Tech, and we're handing the ball to number 22, I don't see it. Not at all.